Okay guys, let's see how I turn this into a chicken broccoli casserole. Yesterday I made my chicken and rice, and now I'm gathering my other ingredients that I need. So I have 2 tablespoons of butter, as well as I need to chop up some onion for my casserole. So you're gonna see that I'm using a different knife and cutting board than I did when I cut up my raw chicken. And that's so that I can prevent cross-contamination. So I'm just gonna dice up that onion nice and small, so that I can put it in my casserole for some great flavor. I also want to chop up my frozen broccoli a little bit more. The pieces from the frozen bag are kind of big, and so I just measured a cup of it and I put it in the microwave to soften it up so it's still partially frozen but easy enough to get my knife through so I could chop it up. Now I have a bowl to kind of mix all the ingredients I need for my casserole. My rice is going to go in there, and if you are doing this over the course of 2 days, your rice might be cold from the fridge, and that's okay. And then you're going to add in your chicken that you just poached, as well as a can of cream of soup. I'm using cream of chicken. I actually prefer cream of mushroom, but my daughter and my husband don't. So any kind of cream of soup that you like, and then don't forget to season your casserole. There's no measurement in the actual recipe for this, but I put a little bit of Creole seasoning and some Cajun pepper to give it some seasoning. You do need to melt those 2 tablespoons of butter in your microwave and then dump that in. And then you just want to give it a really good mix. It needs a little bit of milk. So half a cup of milk, I believe, was the measurement there. And all of your veggies are going to go in. And this is so easy to prepare. And you could prepare this. There's my cup of shredded cheese, any cheese of your choice. I used mild cheddar. And you could prepare this ahead of time. And this is exactly what I did. This is in the morning. I'm mixing it up. I'm going to put it in a pan to bake. I put it in the fridge with some foil on top and then baked it later that evening. So with your pan, you need an 8x8 square pan or a round casserole dish, but something that looks like it'll fit in there. I sprayed mine with a little bit of nonstick cooking spray and evened it all out in the pan. Once you put it in the oven, you're going to bake it at 350 degrees preheated. I put a little bit of crushed up Ritz crackers on the top of mine for some crunch. You could do the same. It's not necessary. It's just a little fancy way that I put mine together. I went ahead and popped my casserole into the oven for about 30 minutes so that it's going to get nice and hot and bubbly. The awesome part of this recipe is you already poached your chicken, so you're not worried about the chicken being undercooked. You just want to be patient, let it come out after 30 minutes, and it's going to look bubbly and warm and something like you really want to eat. So I set a timer on my kitchen clock, and after 30 minutes is up, I will pop it out to see how it turns out. This is the final product. I've got those crackers on top. It's nice and steamy. You can see the steam rising off of it. My family ate this and thought it was delicious.